What's up, guys? Guardian Graph, and we are back doing another zoo video anyway. So we have the aquarium all built up, and I think it's a pretty nice building. I mean, they ain't bad. But so anyway, it feels a little bit cramped though. But so anyway, we have all of the exhibits ready. The only exhibits I haven't done for the aquarium are the normal cod and salmon, because I feel like it'd be way too cramped if I tried to add those in, especially when I need to have like 3 bigger exhibits, or about 4 bigger exhibits. But so I'm just leaving them out of the zoo series, so yeah, they can just go ahead and go. But so anyway, we'll go ahead and just kind of start working on this. I don't know if this is going to be a 2-part. I know for a fact it's not going to be a 3-part, but it might be a 2-part. I don't know. It kind of depends. We'll just see how long this takes. I'm gonna probably make it a 2-part. But so anyway, we can go ahead, and I did not get a water bucket. How come every exhibit that requires water, I'm always stupid, and I'm like, oh, well, I didn't get the water bucket. Like, bro, I'm stupid. It's an aquarium. It needs water. So anyway, so I went for, like, it's kind of like a cave-ish, like, feel. Like, kind of like they were in, like, not really a cave, but it's kind of like, it's in, like, the bank, pretty much. Like, there's, like, pretty much, I don't know how to describe it. But anyway, so what I want to do is just get a few things out. So grab that, and then I just want this, a few of these, and then just that and that. Alright, so for this right here, what I want to kind of do is get about a log right here. The log just kind of expands out and then goes up around here, and then it just kind of slowly goes back down to right there, like that would do. And there, we are now done with that. And now for the stones. I want to try and get some stones just kind of added in here and there, but some about like this here. I want this exhibit to be a little bit cramped, but not completely. Like, I want about this side here to be more filled, like more empty, and this side over here is more cave-ish. But so I want to try and make it look like some rocks are kind of hanging from the ceiling right up here. So something kind of about like that. Alright, so then I'll just add another rock in right over here. Alright, and then what I want to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and get the water bucket, because for the rest of this I'm going to need some water. So let me think here. I want the water to go up to a certain height. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill this back in. But this is going to be the hardest part. I should probably add it in the water beforehand, because I'm stupid. So we'll be right back after I add the water in and find like a bottle of night vision. Alright, and I got all the water in. I left some room up here at the top because I'm deciding for every exhibit I'm just going to have it right up to the glass up there. Probably, I'm not sure about the dolphins. I'm probably going to have it the same way for that as well. But so anyway, what I want to go ahead and do now is try to get some seagrass planted in here and there. So right now, so here's what I got, and then what I want to go ahead and do is try to add in some of this that way. Even when I don't have night vision, people can still pretty well be able to tell that this right here is an actual, that they can actually see in here, because I have night vision on. Like, I'm not going to be giving away free night vision potions. Forget about that. Alright, now what I want to go ahead and do is try to put in some, I can go ahead and put that back. Try to put in some dead bushes, so I'll try and put one there. And I can't put one on stone, so I think only one dead bush is probably going to be able to do. I'm going to destroy this right over here and place one there as well. And just do the same thing right there. So that right there is all of that. Now I need to go ahead and get a name tag out, because I got to name every single one. And I can go ahead and break this up here. I'm just going to place one back, just in case if they can like jump or something, I don't know. Then I'll go ahead and try and make sure I name it. Can you not name these? I don't think you can name these. Alright. There's no point in naming a fish if it won't let you name it. So we'll go ahead and put that back. How many piranhas? I'm thinking about, how many is that? 4? Is that one glitched or something? No, well, it's stupid. I'll tell you that much. Alright, so I think about 6 ought to do it. Yeah, 8. 8 piranhas ought to do it. We'll go ahead and just move these on out of here. We'll do this, and bam, piranha exhibit done. I don't want to do that yet. What's this over here? The Arapema? Is that how you pronounce it? Just someone correct me if I'm saying that wrong, but the give me a second. I'm gonna look this up because I feel uncomfortable unpronouncing things right.
Arapaima.
Arapaima, aha, and get to work. So let's say here. Let me just look up some pictures of like their areas that they live in, because I know they live in murky water, because I did look that up while building this. Uh, so they do live in more open like waters. Alright, so they live in more open waters. There's a lot. What I'm saying is that they live in like kind of like rockish open waters with a good bit of like greenery in there. If does lichen go underwater? Like I wish I had a lichen in this. That'd be pretty nice. But we'll go ahead and just. I'm not gonna use the potion. I don't want to have to be throwing out the potions. I'll just get a splash potion. There we go. Alright, now I'll resolve that issue. We'll go ahead and this time not make the mistake as last time. We'll actually. Well, I might want to go ahead and add in the rocks, because then we'll have to do a lot of paint. Well, actually, never mind. I'm going to go ahead and add in the water. Alright, and now the water is all added in. Where does this go? Right there. Alright. So now I want to go ahead and get the stones in. So anyway, what I want to do is try to get the back wall over here laced with stones, because I just now realized that they live in rocky exhibits. So I want to get this back wall mostly laced up with stone. I want to try and even just like a little bit about right there. But all this back here is going to be covered in stone, and I want the stone, let me see here, I want it to kind of go up to about here, and some of it I want to go all the way up, and some of it I want to stay a little bit lower. Alright, and this right here is the rock wall right back here. I think it's alright, the detailing is pretty nice, but I just don't feel like adding all this andesite and stuff in. I just think it looks just fine as it is here, even though technically weathering it would be into play here, but do they live in rivers? Pond? I don't even know. But we'll just go ahead and just stick with this here. And next up, we'll go ahead and grab this stuff out. I want it to mainly be about with just the tube coral and the dead brain coral, and these over here as well. And that should be fine. Maybe get some of these as well. But I don't need much of the other stuff. But so anyway, what I want to do here is try to get like some sort of like underwater like major plant growing over here. So I want it to kind of look like a bush just kind of growing underwater here. So something kind of about like this here. And then I want to do I'll do like another one about right over here. So about like that there. And then what I'll go ahead and do is put that back. And get some of these over here and place it on the rocks. Just that way it kind of looks a little bit more realistic, because, you know, the rocks wouldn't be as smooth. I mean, technically they would be, but I want to add in a little bit of just dead, like, looking coral, because it looks similar to rocks and stuff. And I need to throw some of these in, so I'll put some there. I can't put any there. Can't put it right there. This one right here obviously is not as, I guess, unique as the piranhas, but it's unique in its own way, in a way. But so we'll go ahead and just spawn some of these here. We'll put, how many? I'm thinking about 3. I think 3 ought to do it. So there's the 3 Arapamas. I already forgot how to pronounce it. I'm not even that worried about it anymore. But so there we go. We got these guys all nice and in, and it doesn't look half bad. My favorite still right now is the piranha. I just like the way it looks. The electric eel. I'm just going to go ahead and take this over here and move it. So that way I have better access. There we go. So anyway, the electric eel. So what I'm kind of thinking is that, pretty much, a little bit amount of rocks here and there. And then, what I kind of also want is, a lot of kelp. And a little bit of, and a lot of seagrass. That's pretty much what I'm thinking. Because I want these guys to be pretty well hidden. But mainly I want a lot of kelp and seagrass around. And that out. So what I want to do is try to keep the rocks pretty flat. And that's about it. That's my main goal, is keep the rocks pretty well flat. And that's pretty much, I don't even know why I'm even trying to carry this on. And I will actually need that for a little bit of extra lighting. Anyway, so what I want to do now is get a lot of kelp. I want a lot of kelp in this exhibit. And I just want to build a lot of it up. I think it's a little bit too basic, but I think it's right here would be like electric eel territory in my imagination. So It's the main reason I'm letting it slide, because this is kind of what I imagine it to look like, even if it is kind of boring. So I think about only 2 in this exhibit need to be in here, so there we go. And actually there is one thing I want to add in just for extra detailing. I did not mean to grab an entire stack. So what I kind of want to do is have something kind of about like this here. And this kind of goes up like that. And it's just kind of like a little rib cage right over here, because there's like a cave. Kind of, well, not really a cave, but similar to a cave. But this one over here, if these guys right here weren't so retarded, I think this right here would be a pretty decent exhibit now, with the bones added in. But these guys are retards, so, you know, not really the greatest thing. So anyway, we'll go ahead and work on the next exhibit, which is this one right over here, and then the part 2 will be these bigger animals, like the manatee, the river dolphin, and the sea turtle. So anyway, I'm gonna have to break in some glass here, because there's not that much room here, so I can go ahead and just put that back and grab that, and I'm gonna need some glass to replace back. I can just like fly out of here, so I don't even need that. But so anyway, what I need to do first of all, I need to get the stone bricks back. Just place that there. There we go. So first thing I just need to go ahead and just add in a lot of water. But first off, I want to add in some what's it called? I want to add in some. Oh yeah, the coral, because in every single aquarium they have in like some coral. Like usually have like a big thing of coral right here in the middle. So it's kind of what I want to do. I want to grab these 3 colors, and then what I want to do is I want to try and get like a kind of like a mountain of coral with like holes in it. So first off, what I need to go ahead and do is I want to just try and sculpt it out, which the size and shape of the mountain is going to be. So I want this place to have a good bit of area to swim around. So something about this right over here, and then I need to have it to where it's all just kind of overgrowing some, like not really overgrowing. It's like, you know, it kind of looks more shaped, it's shaped better. And there's pretty much what I have for the coral. So now what I want to go ahead and do is try to mix and match it with other coral, so that way it kind of looks a little bit more realistic, I would say. So I just want to go ahead and add in some fans of like all these different coral types around. And I'd like to try and get different types of coral to land on different types you know, I want to try and mix and match it a little bit more, so that way, you know, it's not yellow on yellow, red on red, blue on blue. I want it to kind of look a little bit more colorful, because that's kind of what I'm going for. But so about like this here ought to be doing well, and it's fine if I go ahead and accidentally, you know, just place a few of them on like, you know, like that same block it is on, because it will add some texturing on it, and I feel like that right there was good enough. So there we go, we got the coral mountain kind of all done. So now what I will go ahead and do is I do not actually need seagrass. I want this right here to be a little bit more natural. All I want to mainly do is just try to spam a lot of this around here. But I think it doesn't look half bad, so we'll go ahead and put that back up. And what I want to kind of do now is try to get a little bit of some detailing in. So what I kind of want to do is get like a shipwreck looking vibe going on. So what I want to kind of do is have a ship about right over here on this side of the exhibit. And what I want to do is try to make it look kind of like a ship, but it's not completely noticeable. So something kind of about like this over here. And I want to kind of just go up along here. And then I want to have it to where you can still tell it's a ship, but you know, it's very destroyed, and something about like this here ought to do just fine for it. I just want to grab in some of this here. Let's try to spawn in some on the ship like so, and there, done. So now I need to go ahead. Right, I was not very smart. I should have probably broke out some of that, but we'll go over here, and this area is gonna be tropical fish and pufferfish, because you know, might as well just do a 2-in-1 exhibit. But I need to add in a lot of tropical fish, and I don't want to add in too many pufferfish. I think 4 pufferfish should be fine, or 5. So I feel like, is that too many tropical fish? I feel like it should be enough. I think this right here is enough. You usually do see a lot of tropical fish anyway, so we'll go ahead and just get rid of that there. And there. So let me see down here. How does this right here look? I'll just break that. That's what's missing right here. This right here is supposed to go in my inventory. I was like, what's missing? But anyway, I don't think this right here is a half bad exhibit.